Friends, congratulations, you are promoted 11th to 12th standard. The 12th chemistry first lesson is metallurgy. Metallurgy means the branch of science and technology concerned with the properties of metals and their production and purifications. So, properties of metals, we can learn about properties of metals and their purification and productions. How we can get the metals from earth crust. So, first of all, we can get from the metals earth crust. Already you know that previous class you studied about. So, that metals gang or matrix. So that type of metals contain minerals and ores. We can purify the pure metals. That is called as metallurgy. Then what is the introduction of metallurgy? So metallurgy means already I told you, metallurgy relate to the science and technology of metals. In nature, only a few metals occur in their native state. Native state means only we can get from the more number of metals we can get from the earth crust. That type of metals contain oxide ores, sulfide ores. So gang or matrix mixed in the metals. That can be, we can remove and we can get the pure metals. So that is called as, but some metals have native state, all other metals occurs in the combined state of their oxides. Only few metals can be native state. Only we can get the pure amount of, same amount of metals. But other metals contain combined state, that the oxides combine, sulfides, silicates, that and all combined together. So that type of metals we can purify. That means extraction of pure metals from their natural sources. Natural sources means we can get from the earth crust. So is linked to the history of human civilization. In ancient days, people used the available materials in their environment, which includes fire, metals, and they were limited to the metals available on the earth's surface. In ancient days, peoples use some of the materials only. Nowadays, we can get modern world more number of materials. So in anything we can doing without materials, we cannot do anything. So we can get from the earth crust, we can purify lot of purification metals in molten condition, high reactivity. We can get the pure metals, we can melt the metals, then we can make lot of materials. So metallurgical knowledge over the thousands of years, our need for the materials with specific properties have led to the production of many metals alloys. So nowadays we can get the lot of materials. That materials we can make into alloys. Alloys means you know that small amount of one metal, large amount of another metals. Metal mixed with another metals. That is called as alloys. Some metals combined semi-metals. That and all we called as alloys. So the alloys can be made into lot of materials. It is essential to design a eco-friendly metallurgical process that would minimize waste, maximize energy efficiency. So we can minimize waste and maximize the energy efficiency. So such advances in metallurgy is vital for economic and technical progress in the current era. In the current situation, we can make a lot of materials. So in this unit, we will study the various steps involved in the extraction of metals and the chemical principle behind this process. Already you studied in 10th standard also various process you can studied. So occurrence of metals. Next we can study about the topic is occurrence of metals. In general, pure metals are shiny and malleable. Occurrence of metals means how the metals can be is explained. So metals can be pure metals, shiny and malleable. For example, we can use gold, silver, etc. However, most of them are found in nature as compound with different properties. So basically we can found combined states. Already I told you, that means compounds with the different properties. So metals have least chemical reactivity, such as copper, silver, gold, platinum, that and all less chemical reactivity. But other metals also very more reactivity, chemical as well as physical properties. But our significant amounts as native elements, these and all we can get more amount of metals contain it. These type of metals not combined state, it is a native state. So reactive metals such as alkali metals usually occurs in their combined state or are extracted using metallurgical process. This is called as occurrence of metals. Then minerals and ores. The metals can be combined state minerals and ores. So minerals means, already you know that previous class you studied. Minerals means metals combined with oxides, silicates, oxides, sulfides combined. Ore can be large amount of ores contain large amount of metals. Minerals contain less amount of metals. That is called as minerals and ores. A naturally occurring substance obtained by mining which contains the metals in free state or in the form of compounds like oxide sulfides is called a mineral. So naturally we can get from the earth, that is called as mining. தோண்டி எடுக்கிறதுக்கு பேர் தான் மைனிங். மெட்டல்ஸை வந்து we can find out from the earth. The most of the minerals, the metals of interest is present only in the small amounts, and some of them contains responsible percentage of metals. For example, iron is present in around 800 minerals. However, some of them such hematite, magnetite containing high percentage of iron are commonly used for the extraction of iron. Such minerals that contains high percentage of metals from which it can be extracted conveniently and economically are called ores. This is the example. Such minerals that contains high percentage of metals from which can be extracted conveniently. Easily we can extraction. Extraction means purification. We can get more amount of metals. Hence all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores because minerals contain less amount of metals. So all the ores we called as the minerals, but all minerals are not called as the ores. So let us consider another example, bauxite. Bauxite also ore, example ores. Bauxite is the ores of aluminum and china clay. Box and china clay, this is both two combined state. This is called as minerals because aluminum combined with the oxygen, silicate, water. So this is the minerals. Example, bauxite and china clay. Clay is the example of minerals. Bauxite is the example of ores. So both are minerals of aluminum. Both are minerals of aluminum. However, aluminum can be commercially extracted from the bauxite. So because bauxite contain more amount of aluminum, so we can easily extraction. But china clay is not contain more number of metals, so it's not a profitable one. So hence the mineral bauxite is an ore of aluminum while china clay is not. So this is the next we can study about the extraction of metals from various its ores. So what is the following metallurgical process? First one is concentration of ore, next one is extraction of crude metal, then refining of crude metal.